All right, man, today's Thursday. It's August 3rd. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. In studio guests, we've got a couple guys here. Kind of a free swim type of episode today. Obviously, you guys know Danny. You guys should know Lance. We had him on during the Abercrombie & Fitch episode. Mm-hmm. He worked at Abercrombie. He was, were you a greeter, model? What do we say?
Yeah, model was technically my term. But I was just a guy that folded clothes.
Yeah.
He just walked around the place with his shirt off the whole time. He didn't work there.
That's what he did. Now, we're also joined by Lance's personal friend, like hometown friend. Like, we're talking like day one.
We go back.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, Nick Nayersina.
That's it. That was good pronunciation, yeah.
I got you down.
Thank you.
I did some research. So, do you like being called a YouTuber? What do you like, content creator?
Yeah.
You introduce yourself.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I love YouTuber. I'm so new. Like we've done 18 weeks straight, which is crazy. We've not taken a break, but I think we go by YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're good with YouTuber.
When I say I'm a YouTuber.
Do you? Well, this guy.
No,
also,
I don't get mad. I just, it's new to me, so like I feel weird like going places and being like, yo, I'm a YouTuber. So sometimes I'll be a little bit more quiet and don't know how to address it, and Zan will be like, yo, we're YouTubers.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Why can't you just say like entrepreneur, right?
No.
Grab that. You can
I
use
like
that
YouTuber.
yeah, entrepreneur is like, oh, what kind of pyramid scheme you sell?
Yeah,
something
what's
like
going
that.
on?
You know,
in stocks? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I like
No.
YouTuber because me and Danny, our relationship, we've been best friends since high school, but we've been filming videos together, since we were like in high school, 10 years maybe?
Yeah, probably like my senior year of high school.
One time we made a 500-foot slip and slide on a hill and filmed the whole video.
No
It went viral.
shit.
It went viral on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
You brought it back?
No, we posted it a long time ago, like 3 years ago.
How?
Eric
remember
getting
that.
laid out.
TikTok was,
right, yeah.
TikTok was humming
It
back
might have
then?
been like Vine or something then.
Oh, Vine.
It finally hit
All
the
right.
algorithm.
Yeah.
Finally
Hell
hit,
yeah.
There you go. Hey, let's take a break here because I want to talk about MUGSY jeans. MUGSY jeans, if you don't know, they make the most comfortable jeans, chinos, shorts, and joggers ever. They're made from buttery, soft, patented stretch materials that look stylish but are insanely comfortable. Never too baggy, never too tight. Everyone here at the Barstool Chicago office loves these jeans. If you never tried MUGSY, you got to get on the train now. They are one of those jeans that honestly, when you get home, you take jeans off right away, you throw them on top of the door, you throw them in the laundry chute, whatever it is, you just leave MUGSY on because they're that comfortable. And their shorts and their chinos, like I said, even match that comfortability. They're great. It's really great stuff. So go check out MUGSY. They also just dropped the Cool Max denim. I'd say just dropped. They've had them forever. But if you don't know, they are like air conditioners for your legs. They spent years in the lab developing the most breathable jeans ever, designed with lightweight fibers to ensure a cool breeze with every step. So go from the backyard barbecue to the bar in one swift motion all summer long. Head to MUGSY.com, get 10% off using code Chicago. That's 10% off some of the most premium jeans, chinos, swimwear, and shorts on the internet. MUGSY also offers free shipping and returns, so there's absolutely no risk giving them a try. If you're in Chicago, Boston, D.C., or Austin, Texas, make sure to head downtown and check out their storefront as well. Easy vibes every time. Enjoy a beer while you shop. Go to MUGSY.com, enter code Chicago. I promise you won't be disappointed. They are the official jean here at Barstool Chicago. All right, let's get back into the show. Nah, but dude, so obviously you're blowing up. You're doing a great job, and we always heard Lance had this friend who was big in the YouTube space. So it's good to finally have you in, and you're from
it's
here,
an honor.
which I appreciate.
Yeah. I'm from here, from the suburbs, Grays
Yeah.
Lake. But yeah, we own the city.
Yeah, well, when
Chicago.
when you're like traveling somewhere, you tell people you're from Chicago. That's the suburb. That's the playbook.
Yeah. When you're
Yeah.
on vacation, you're in
Yeah.
Mexico or something, you're like, I'm from here.
Yeah, saying
But
Northern Illinois is
But
just
someone who's
the
from
worst
here is
thing.
like, dude, you're from the suburbs.
Yeah.
I have to say that.
Exactly. But I think probably you were like, yeah, we like YouTuber because you started as a behind the camera guy, right?
Yeah, I was behind the scenes. Even before NELK, I worked for, do you know Summer Rae?
Yes.
I was her videographer for a year. She gave me my whole start with videography. And then eventually NELK was like, hey, like we see you doing this. Like, would you want to come try out being an editor for us? It was before, they only did the Europe tour. So it was before they really got super popping. They got really popping when COVID happened and they toured all the US. But I just came on as like a chopper, vlog filmer, barely knew how to hold a camera. I grew with them for 3 years.
Okay.
And you were working with Steve Will Do It primarily at first?
Actually, at first I did all the NELK stuff. It was before Steve had his channel, but he just had one editor. I did all like the NELK tours. I chopped all their footage. I filmed for their vlog, and then they did. I had a good relationship with Steve. Like we were workout partners. We chilled a bit. If he needed me to film for him, I would. But then they started the podcast, Full Send Podcast. So they moved me. I still did a little bit with NELK, and I would go on the trips with them. But when they were back, I just did the podcast. I edited the first 50 podcasts of the Full Send Podcast.
Wow. No shit.
Yeah.
First 50?
First
How
50.
long is an edit on a Full Send podcast take?
How many cameras? Let's start there.
Okay, yeah. So they had a filmer who did it. I would sometimes go along to help film, but I wasn't the main filmer. But there was 4 cameras, I think. The filming, they had it down. The editing, I kind of it was a new thing that they started. So they were kind of just like, here's how we think you should do it. Kind of figure out how you want to do it. So the first like 20, I was like, it took me a little bit longer. I was stressed. It was back to back while I was doing the NELK stuff. But it eventually just took like maybe a day. Actually, I was calling you like freaking out, being like, bro, because he was editing the podcast too, right? Do you still edit the podcast?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, not this one, but shout out Harry.
Yeah, I think you guys film it differently than we do, but he was telling me how he did, and I was like, damn, this dude flies through it. It takes me like a whole day to go through everything.
Because you had just 3 stationary cameras or whatever, right? And that's a lot harder. You got to pull footage from each one.
Yeah, and I'm I'm just going through it with my hands on its own. But you guys are editing it while it films,
Harry's got
right?
a nice little video board. He's like editing it right now live.
Okay, wow, here, let's fucking go.
And Lance could have like practiced, Cubs player Frank Schwindel, but you're probably getting Shaq interviews off the bat, and it's like, oh, I can't mess this up.
Dude, there was so much pressure, and especially sometimes they would film it like a day or 2 before we'd go up, which you guys do day turnarounds too, I think, but I was like, fuck, this is such a big person out of nowhere. I have to make sure that like I didn't want to let Kyle down or anyone down.
Yeah, and their philosophy, from what I understand, it's like bangers only, right?
Yeah,
like
they hold it pretty high.
So you would edit it in a way to make it look like, hey, we don't need this, and this. Like, let's keep it tight and let's keep it to the point of what's good.
Yeah, exactly. It's very straight to the point. The answer, and then you move on. It's very fast paced.
But we can go back too, because I want to kind of get to the beginning, because I think a lot of people listening or watching kind of resonates with what you guys did, and that's what really attracted me to Lance when we hired him. Was you guys? He was like, we talked to a bunch of people, sitting through interviews, and he's like, yeah, me and my buddy, like, we just interviewed, like, we had Tom Ricketts on the show one time, the owner of the Chicago Cubs, and I'm like, who's this fucking kid doing all this? And I actually looked back after I met him and we hired him, and I followed him back, and I had a DM from him that you guys threw a house party somewhere and you got kicked off Airbnb or something.
Airbnb for life from that one.
We're banned from Airbnb for life. That was we got sued for $12,000 in civil court for throwing this like insane house party. Was it Lake Zurich or Lake Villa?
Lake Forest.
Lake Forest, yeah. I remember the cops saying this is the biggest party this town has ever seen.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and it was just, dude, I just remember the night was going. It started out slow, and then it got to the point where, like, people were just filing in, and we just couldn't control the party.
And how old are you guys at this time?
We were probably like I was 21, so you're probably 22 or whatever.
Yeah, I was at least at the oldest 22, because I didn't move to LA till I was like late 22.
Was this Project X inspired?
I don't know what we were thinking.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of it was like, and this is kind of like something that speaks to like who Nick is just like the ambition. It's like we just wanted to try as hard as we possibly could to just like get some views, So, and we were willing to go so out there, and we were like trying to find a combination of like what is super fun for us and also like something people would want to watch. So we would push the limit, we'd make a 100-foot slip and slide. We'd rent an Airbnb for money we didn't really have, get sued for money we didn't really have, and just keep going at it, and just keep going. And then that was kind of the inspiration there of just like kind of doing reckless stuff, and then doing it, and then like hitting up Barstool Eddie to be like, yo, check this out, man. You know what I mean? Like that truly was the grind. Yeah. So thank you. I appreciate you, Eddie.
Yeah. I mean, so you
I appreciate you, Eddie, too.
I guess I do too. Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Yeah. So you kind of got it from the jump, right? Like you were kind of like, this is how to make it work on YouTube. Who was your inspiration? Like,
I was just gonna say, I think the reason why we went so all out is I love Logan Paul. I've always loved Logan Paul. I'd watch him, and I saw his interviews, and he would say every video they had to like one up it and do the craziest shit, and I love that. And then there was a small YouTuber. He's actually from what's that?
Palatine?
Palatine? Yeah, I was supposed to say Palestine.
He's from the Palestinian land.
Yeah. I'm like, what's the town over? He's from Palatine. Do you know Justin Escalona? Have you heard of him at all?
I've not.
He was relevant when David Dobrik started popping off, but he didn't get as big as David. But he was doing a lot of storyline videos. So I was watching Logan do these like crazy vlogs. They were grinding out, and I was watching this other kid who was like storylining all his videos, great videography. And I was like, I love this combination of both, the storyline aspect, doing crazy shit. And I think we kind of always talked about that, and we were like, let's try to do that. And now it's amazing that we're doing this. But it all started with me, Danny, Zan, a few of our other buddies from back home, and we were just trying to make these like crazy videos. Never really did any numbers or anything. On TikTok maybe a little bit, but now we're doing it. And eventually, I'm not going to press any buttons. I might have to steal this guy.
It's been in the back of my head that you're going to try to poach my guy. Listen, hey, I'll say right now, if our fucking company doesn't want to step up and hire the guy, like, yeah, hope he does his best for him.
No, I love Barstool, though. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Cool to be able to do this.
No.
But I just love this man. I love him to death.
Of course, everyone does.
I
Everyone
think
does.
the first video that when we started this channel now, it was not to get off topic, but I still remember the first video. I didn't know what it was going to do. I had $3,000. We just randomly went to Louisiana. I was in a really weird time space a couple months ago. And I thought I was going to get like 2,000 views, but my videographer, Alex Carabas, was like, bro, he's like, trust me, bro, it's going to at least do 100K. I was like, no way. We posted it. It did really well, did more than that. And I remember calling him. I was on my way to my second video, and it was late at night, and I was just crying on the phone. I was like, bro, what we always talked about is like about to happen. I know it. And it was just like a very special moment.
Yeah, so you believed.
Yeah.
You always believed. Hey, let's take another break here because I want to talk about BOWLERO. BOWLERO is the largest owner-operator of bowling centers with over 325 locations throughout the United States, currently located in 34 states. You guys know BOWLERO is having great lanes, but it's more than that. They got expansive arcades, they got premium signature cocktails, and they got a very creative menu for people who maybe not the biggest bowlers, but just want to go have a good time. You could do all of that as well. Their locations are a great spot for a night out, whether you're celebrating a birthday, just feeling competitive, want to go for that 300, or if you just want to, maybe hit a nice little, the Cosmic Bowl. Everyone loves a nice little night out doing that. So go do that. BOWLERO is the go-to destination for an unforgettable bowling experience. And if you don't feel like leaving your house, if you're not into going bowling at all, tune in for the Barstool BOWLERO Invitational Finale on August 9th. Next week, we'll be streaming live on YouTube. Myself and the rest of the Barstool Chicago guys will be on there. Big Cat Hank will be on there too. And they're competing for the Ultimate Championship title. A nice little bowling challenge. Excited for that. So join in on the fun with a trip to the lanes. Enjoy bowling, good food, and drinks, and a guaranteed spot on the lanes when you reserve online. Visit Bowlero.com using promo code Barstool for 15% off your next reservation. The offer is only valid through August 31st, so make sure you hop on that fast. Shout out to BOWLERO. Go hit the lanes and make sure you're using BOWLERO. All right, let's hop back into the show.
Yeah.
And credit to you because many facets, it's not easy to jump headfirst into this game. It's not easy to go to LA by yourself because that's what you did, right?
Yeah. That was he was the one I was calling like every week. It was so hard going by yourself, no money, being hit with a civil court case, having to pay all my money while making no money out there. It was insane. All
right, then I'll ask you this. What was harder for you, to jump headfirst into that and go out there with no money and sleeping in a car and shit, or to leave the fucking juggernaut that is NELK?
Damn.
Because both are ballsy moves, man.
Yeah. Both. It's.
Well, so did you have like a...
No, it's good. It's amazing because, sorry to cut you off, but it's because like you're at nothing, you have nothing to lose. So what's wrong with going out to LA and risking it all and being in it? I was always positive. I was happy to be out of my car. I was happy to have nothing. Yeah. But it's like, then you're with the top content company in the game. You have a great paying job, but they want you to be an editor and a videographer, which is great. It's an amazing opportunity, but I believe in myself to do more. I came out there to do more. So it's like, awesome. They support me in my job. They have a job. They have great people, great life. But it's like, but I think I can do more. And to think that in your head, to take that jump, I think it's like, now there's something to lose. Yeah. And that's I think that's harder.
Nah, for sure, because everyone thinks they could do it on their own. Like you look at Justin Timberlake, it worked out, right? Like he was the only guy who spun off, though. It worked out for him. Yeah. The other four guys, like, I'm sure they're doing fine when they left NSYNC. I might be outdating myself with you guys.
No, everyone knows
you guys
Justin.
Are young.
How about Harry Styles in One Direction?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Something like that. But like, you know what I mean? Like that's what works. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't, dude.
You don't know.
And that eats you up. Like, there have been times from video to videos. I know every week we're still very small. We're still on the come up. Like, it could just fall. Like, you have to, I mentally go crazy sometimes. Like, I've had weeks where I'm like crying in the alley on a road trip to the next video, not knowing I keep saying I'm crying. I sound soft. But dude, I'm telling you, bro.
A lot of tears. A lot of Nick Nayersina story. A lot of tears.
Yeah, we're loving soft guys. It's mentally hard to like, especially like I used to get in my head. Now I don't. Now that I have something and I'm so confident in what we're doing and I love what we're doing, I'm so happy. But I think it takes to find what makes you happy. It used to get to me of me getting older, and I used to be like, fuck, like what am I doing? I'm not doing what I wanted to do. I'm not doing what I want to do. But as soon as we started picking up traction, we were consistent every week. I was like, damn, this is it. This is amazing. It was worth doing it. It was. I look back, I can't believe I did it. But yeah, to answer your question, I think it was way harder to leave an amazing company with amazing people to go chase your dreams.
Yeah, I mean, it's the sky's the limit. Those guys are just going to keep getting bigger and bigger, and you know, so credit to you. That's a ballsy ass decision.
Yeah,
and it's but if you want bigger rewards, bigger risks. That's a cheesy quote, but
I think you have to prove yourself in doing it too. Like that was the hardest part. Like it's a lot of people. It's hard to. I feel like I sound crazy saying what I wanted to do because it sounds almost insane. But I'm glad I did it. And we also have a video coming out with Kyle this next week.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was our first time linking back up, and I hit him up. I was like, we have this eyebrow. You guys probably don't know, but I've hit on girls, and I use this eyebrow line. I tell them that their eyebrows are nice, and it went viral. And I hit him up. I was like, bro, I'd love to just come back together, and and he was like, yeah, let's do it.
Nice. He was into it right away.
Yeah, he was into it, and he made sure I got everything I needed. He was so supportive of everything, and we did the shoot, and it should come out this Sunday.
So now, when you made the decision, if we can get into that a little bit, was there did you come up to him and be like, hey, I'm unhappy, I think I could do more, I think I have a higher purpose, did you guys negotiate, or was it kind of like?
I'll say this, because I don't know what it is, for me, everything I've done in life, I've never forced. I've done everything at the right time. I've always wanted to be loyal to my people, respectful of everyone I've worked with. I was working for Steve. I was his videographer at the time, living in Miami. I was doing his stuff, and then I was also on camera with Salim. Salim hit me up. He's like, yo, man, I'm starting my channel back up. I want to have a few on-camera characters. I would love to have you and your energy a part of this. So he was flying me out for videos he was doing every week while I was working for Steve. And then Steve's channel went down. It got deleted. It was horrible. I would have stayed and worked for Steve the rest of my life. I loved working for Steve. Amazing boss, amazing guy. But his channel went down, and it was a very tough time for that whole crew. And I got a call from one of the higher ups at NELK, and they were like, look, his channel deleted. Right now, there's not really a spot for us to keep paying you there and supporting you out there. We want you either to come back and start editing the podcast again, or be on the NELK editing team. And I was like, okay, I appreciate it. Thank you for looking out for me. But I was like, I don't know. I have to think about this. I had this opportunity with Salim, and Salim was like, do that if you want. But he's like, I would love for you to come be on camera with me. And I would love for you to go full time with this. He's like, I think you are much more than just an editor. I think you can be this on camera talent, and you're bigger than you think. Salim always believed in me. Years ago, he would always tell me, he'd be like, I know you want to do more and be more, and you're going to do that. So I'm crazy, and he knows that. So I respectfully said, hey guys, I appreciate this. Thank you so much. But I think I'm going to go all in on Salim's channel and being on cast with him. Salim had his own channel. It was his channel. So I said that. I think they thought it was crazy too. I think everyone thought it was crazy because I'd left no pay. I was risking. I just had my money saved up from Steve. No more. I left a paying job, just hoping that I don't know what I was thinking. I was hoping that I'd make it in entertainment. So I started traveling around with Salim, doing his shoots, was a character on his channel, helped editor, whatever we had to do. Whatever we had to do, I was there for it.
Wait, so no shit. So NELK has no slice of Salim's channel?
I think they have some place, and I'm not really sure, to be honest, on the business side, but I think there's deals and stuff I'm sure they bring. But Salim, that's as far as I understand, that's his channel.
Okay.
But as we kept going, Salim decided he wanted to take a break. And I think I was down to $3,000 in my bank account, even wondering what's gonna happen here. And he's like, Nick, I'm so sorry, bro. He was in a place where he couldn't film. I don't really want to talk about it, but I was like, fuck, man. And I connected him with who my filmer and editor is now to come be his new filmer and editor. And we were both in a place of fuck, what do we do? We both left everything. And I'm just in the middle ground. I waited 2 months. Honestly, I was trying to figure out, was he going to come back? Did he want to keep filming? I love that crew. It was an amazing crew. We all had perfect chemistry on camera. And then I just started to see, I'm like, okay, this isn't happening. And I was like, I'm running out of money. I don't know what to do. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go to Louisiana. I knew my buddy out there, Kale. I was like, I'm gonna see if we can do some crazy shit out there. I'm just gonna film a video. I'm not having a plan. I don't know what my channel's gonna be about. Katie Sigmund at the time was in a similar situation where she didn't know what she was doing. So we were both like, fuck it, let's just go out there, get content. She was doing Snapchat. I want to do my YouTube. and we went and shot a video out there, and it just, thank God, because if it did 2,000 views, I don't know what, I would have lost my shit. I was sleeping in a bed next to my editor, both in the same bed, and I was like, bro, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. And he's like, me either, but he's like, this is it. This is the process. This is what it's about. And
what was that first video about in New Orleans?
we went and experienced the culture of Louisiana. It took us out. We did dirt biking, ATVing. We went to like these like sand mud dune things. But I think the aspect that I was going viral for on Salim's channel on TikTok was hitting on girls, and it was like Salim would always say, it's like you talk to girls in a way that no one's ever seen. It's so genuine. And he really studied that, and he always made sure there was like, I was the lover boy. He always made sure I actually liked the girl that we were bringing on or whatever, that I would like find her attractive or, vibe with her or connect with her, because it was so real. Like I was just me. Steiny even says it. Steiny always tells me, he's like, Nick, you do so well because who you are off camera is who you are on camera. And I was just able to translate that with girls, and that went crazy for me. So I was like, when I do my channel, I want to incorporate relationships, girls. I think that's something that a lot of people either struggle with. I've struggled with things, everyone struggled with things or can relate to. So I brought that aspect into the show, and you started seeing people comment like, oh, this is The Bachelor for the boys, or the new, what's the thing in New Jersey? I'm blanking out.
Housewives?
Jersey Shore, this New Jersey Shore.
Eddie said Housewives.
Hey, there's a guy version of Housewives that you need.
Yeah, like that, whatever. And it's like, you see these young guys who, some of us are in, the college age, some of us are like mid-20s and living life while with girls, having fun, but also grinding out. I think it's relatable. And it's like, what we do is we emit everything. I think we all kind of emit what we feel, and it's like, if we're nervous, we're nervous. If we're feeling this way about someone, we say it. And I think we're saying a lot of things that a lot of guys have anxieties about or worry about. And we just started seeing all these dudes DMing the guys, being like, bro, like, I was worried about this, or I didn't know how, you give me confidence to go up to this girl that I like, or whatever it is. And from there, we saw this like male fan base look up to us in that way, which is so awesome, and I'm so blessed and thankful for that. Take traction with the videos as they go. So that's kind of what it's turned into. And I think they've grown with me to see like single Nick into relationship Nick, into bringing on some of my homies who are a little bit younger than me, going through what I was going through, and it's turned to that.
You said relationship, Nick. Who are you dating?
It's this girl. Her name's Skylar. A lot of people know who she is. But we met on Salim's shoot. We were both in a very low time of life, not knowing what I was doing. She was in a transition period, and I think we built such a close bond because in a city, like, she's a hometown girl from Pennsylvania, I'm a hometown guy from Chicago suburbs. I think in a city where like sometimes can feel very alone, we were both very there for each other and built this like bond connection that we had our rocky start. But this one time I went out to the bar and she saw me at a table on my story with other girls, and she blocked me for 2 months. She came back, and it's been amazing. I'm in like the most healthy, loving relationship you could never expect. But I think because of what we went through and what we've developed, it's incredible. She's like my ride or die. I
mean, dude, you realize, like, just going through that story before getting into that, like, how many stars kind of align. Yeah. So you made a decision, but you had a good push. Channel went down in Florida. You make the jump to Salim's channel. He decides to take a break. You kind of were set up to be like, hey, I guess now or never, right? So
yeah.
Do you look at it back like that? Like, do you realize?
I do.
Like,
it's what I was saying. It was timing. It's like I never pushed anything. I never forced anything. I did all the time I could at NELK. When Steve offered me the position with him, I was like, this is amazing, and it sounds like it's going to be great. I love Steve. I love his whole team. Alex, his editor, who's the one who brought me on to NELK originally, he wanted me to come. Perfect timing. That ended. I was like, fuck, Salim wants me to come. I'm like, this is exactly what I want to do. Perfect timing. I'll go there. And when his went down, I was just like, I waited as long as I could. And I was like, okay, I guess this is the time that you always think about. There will be your time. Your time will come. I was like, this is mine, I guess. And I was like, this just makes sense.
Yeah, that's great. And then to top it all off, in one of the videos that you did film, you met your girlfriend. So
yeah,
like, that's locking on.
Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. So that's the whole. You definitely got to be believing in some shit.
I don't know. It's great. Honestly, there's just great. There's great people around me, even back home. Yeah. My team, all of them are the most genuine. Brad always says it, genuine good dudes.
Good, genuine dudes. That's one thing I learned from Gary Vee, was just in high school, just be a good, genuine person, and good things will happen. And with Nick starting the channel, that's just what is occurring currently,
Yeah.
and good things are happening.
Yeah.
And I'm just a big believer in like everything happens for a reason, and literally, Nick, your whole entire story, like it just happens for a reason, and now you're living your dreams.
Thank you, Brad. It means a lot. Glad you're part of it.
Can I add one thing?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to cry right now, but this is beautiful right now.
Let's go.
Where these two guys have came over here, it's incredible,
Good stuff.
Appreciate that,
Good
man.
stuff.
We love
I
you. We
like
love
that.
you. It's making me tear up, man.
Do you have do you got a name now? Like, do you have a faction name? Have you thought
this,
about that?
This is so bad because I have like two guys on the back end. One of them's named Steve. He represents Alex Eubank, Trend Twins, this new guy Shizzy, and then we have this other guy Eddie, who does a lot of music marketing, and he just set up a little TJ collab for our last two videos. But he's like, Nick, people need to be able to talk about you, and no one can say your last name. He's like, we either need to repronounce your last name or figure something out. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what
You
to do.
gotta play how I said it and keep it like splice that clip in. How I let me be
you did
your
it. We're gonna pop that up every time.
yes. Let me be your
Clip this, James.
phonographer. How do I do that? Do it like that.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, you're the pronunciation
Nayersina.
key.
Yeah.
No, okay, that's exactly
Yeah.
what Eddie was saying. He was like, we
Yeah.
need people to know how to pronounce it and say it. That we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You said it perfectly.
Pop me in.
Yeah.
That'd
We're
be
popping
great.
Eddie in every time.
That'd be great.
You're gonna be
That'd be great.
a featured character that
There
just
we go.
pops up.
Just
Yeah.
the last name. That's great.
Nayersina.
That's
Nayersina.
great.
That's
Say it
good.
10
Nayersina.
times.
Good.
Nayersina.
There you go.
Nayersina.
So you're just gonna be under your name until you figure it out. Like you're not gonna.
Well, I know what I want to do. We just don't know what so the channel will be my name, but we want to have like an Instagram account and start other different content things with a group name. And we've kind of told our fan base, guys, let us know what you think our group name should be. I just don't know what it should be. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the right thing to do is.
Lover boys or something like that.
I know. We've thought about Lover Boys.
Lover men.
We have, Brad wants us to be called the Good Guys. I'm like, I don't know.
Like come up with like a cool like GG like logo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really don't know what to be called. Like, David Dobrik has the Vlog Squad. NELK is NELK.
That's the wingmen.
What's Dane? Does Dane
Wingman.
Duncan have a
Wingman?
Does Dane Duncan have a crew name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like everyone has a crew name, but
Yeah.
we're still so new and still small. It's just growing fast. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess we need to think of that now.
How are you handling kind of being the head honcho? Like having people rely on you and calling shots like that? Because I know when it comes to Barstool, obviously Portnoy's he's the king, and he was great at content, but self-admitted he wasn't great at the business side. Like, are you
Yeah.
prepared for that? Have you looked into that, or where are you at with all that?
I think I'm prepared for it. I feel prepared for it. I talk about this with James actually a lot. He's here, and Alex, the other videographer editor, is who I was on Salim's channel is not who I could be now. I was a partier. I was with girls all the time. Like not like in that way, but like that's what they wanted me to do. That was the character I played into, and I was crazy. I was wild. There was no stress. I was just like, this is what I have. This one thing. I show up to the shoots. I help out whatever I can to edit. That's it. Now it's like, I think I'm also very thankful I have a girlfriend now. It keeps you a little bit more held down. But I have so many responsibilities, and I've never had people rely on me like this. But thankfully, I'm so thankful I had my time at NELK. I don't think I'd be able to do all this if I didn't. I've lived through so many people's channels. I saw Summers, but then I saw all of NELK, like from a majority, I wouldn't say majority, but from their second tour on when COVID started, through them getting management, through them taking on business deals, starting their companies, starting other platforms. I lived through that. I lived through a lot of Steve's channel. I was there for Salim's on and off periods. So like, I'm so thankful that I got to learn so much from Kyle, Oscar, the head editor, Steve, Salim, all these guys, to see how it should be run and should be done, and the mistakes they made and the things they did right. So I've taken all of that in here, and I think everyone on the team understands, okay, Nick's under a lot of stress. Where can we help out? Everyone tries to help out, whether it's connections, whether it's shoots, productions, filming, edit. Everyone helps as much as they can. But I think all that time, like, I would talk about with a lot of guys, like, because they're always, Nick, you'll get there, you get there. They're like, but be thankful that it didn't happen at like 17 or 18, where maybe I wouldn't have been able to handle it. Like, now I'm older, 27,
Yeah.
and I think it may have come later, but it's like, now I'm able to handle this and build this in the responsible way that I think I can, the biggest it can be, and bringing on some younger guys to come in and help them build what they want to do on my channel and hopefully help them with later on entertainment. But I think I'm made for this now. Like I've been built through everything, and I've learned so much. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've learned everything. Like I've been young, I did it all. So now it's like.
So is the channel the big money maker right now? Like is that the?
Yeah. I mean, right now we're on straight up AdSense. We have a few brand deals, Manscaped, Athletic Greens that that come in here. We have a few deals on the table that hopefully will be a little bit bigger. It's complicated, and it's hard to kind of see what you should do with these deals. Like I've never been in like a negotiating position or how much we should be paid and how it should all go down. But right now, AdSense is the most that we get. We just did our first merch drop. It did well, but so much goes back into the company. All the travel, we live off traveling week to week. Zan's pointing his hand up.
Since I came on the channel about 6 videos ago, 7 videos ago, everything's been paid. I mean, I came straight out of jail, so I mean, for me to be on the channel was a big expense. So I mean,
Papa John's best friend right here.
Yeah, I do have a lot of friends, but you know, Nick knows me. I'll never ask for anything. Like even when I got hit by the car, I was like, "Don't call the ambulance, please." You know, like. But shout out Nick. He's a great, genuine guy. He has a good eye for talent, and I love you.
I love you, man. I love
These
you.
are the kind of
they're great.
These are the kind of cats you need. Though.
Yeah,
like this guy, I could already tell. I don't know what he's gonna say if he kept that mic for 5 more minutes.
I know.
You know?
Sometimes I'm like, should we have brought him today? I'm kidding. I love you. He's the sweetest guy, most loving dude. So is Brad. But
and for people that don't know, you brought it up. We did an episode here, a couple months ago?
Yeah,
Lance?
a little bit, yeah.
And we talked about the Papa Choppa. That's the Papa Choppa guy.
Yeah,
so
Zan's the one that does it. Yeah.
Some context.
That was a legendary bit. I love that.
The whole conversation. Oh, you showed her. What did he say?
He loved it.
Shout out
Papa John saw our podcast.
Shout out to Papa John.
Zan's amazing. He has a lot of people rooting for him.
Like I said on the podcast, it's like Zan has this unique ability. Just like everyone likes him, even though it would be crazy. I just came out of jail, all this crazy stuff. But everyone likes him. Like Papa John, Papa Chopper.
Danny Duncan.
Yeah, Danny Duncan's my boy now. He supports us.
Shout out the hat.
Yeah, shout out the hat. He said that we're blowing up right now, so it's good to have like a YouTube veteran. But Papa John saw the Papa Choppa podcast. He just got an upgraded one with 10 seats, so we got to get the entire crew.
So we got more seats. We got more seats. We can double
Shout out Papa John. Love you, man.
Let's shoot a video with him. Why can't we shoot a video with him? Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to get him in?
Wait, I want to. I want to do a spending a week in the life of a billionaire. Yeah. I think that'd be cool just to experience that and do it all to the max.
For sure. That'd be sweet.
Other side of it.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Yeah. Going back, obviously, want to be respectful to your relationship as possible.
It's fine.
But, you know, what was it, 2 weeks ago? The whole Adam 22 shit like lit the internet on fire. You're seeing that. What's your perspective?
This may be one of those things I should have said. Let's not talk about this. No.
But it's real. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's totally different situation.
Yeah. It's completely different. I like Adam and Lena. I met them. I actually was fortunate enough to go to their wedding. I was Skylar's +1 in Florence. Went to their wedding. I met them for the first time. Great people. I had a great time with them. I don't necessarily have an opinion on that, but I have an opinion on relationships.
Yeah, about your situation.
Something
you don't have to comment on that. It's more so like 2 influencers like you yourself, kind of doing what your girlfriend did do or does. I'm not really sure.
I am so thankful for my relationship and how it is and the values that we both have. People can. I see all the comments. I see everything.
Yeah.
But what I have with Skylar is we're both such on the. This is how I believe relationship should be. It's just be you and that person. I don't believe in 3 ways or whatever. It's just you and that person, and there's communication and love and trust and loyalty, and that's what it is between us. That's what I believe. Mm-hmm. I don't judge anyone else for if that's how they want to do their relationship, or you want to have an open relationship, or whatever you're doing in the industry. That I don't. They were great to me. They were nice to me. But I mean, for my relationship, like I just believe it should be just you two. No cheating, no open relationship, nothing there. I don't know if this is public, but Skylar, when we started dating, she gave up porn, and it's just me and her and our relationship, and I'm very happy and blessed for that. And that's how I think a relationship should be. When you're single, do whatever you want, have fun, but Yeah.
So it's just kind of noise to you. Like what you care most about is you and her one-on-one.
Yeah,
You're not going to care about some.
I see this. Like people wonder like, oh, do the comments get to you or this and that? And it's like, I guess they would get to me if it was true. It's just not true. Everything, all these comments, like I see, you're the next Adam 22, you're the next Mike, whatever it is. It's like, and all the other hurtful things. People, it's like it's just not true. So it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
If it was true, it'd be like, yeah, sure.
You'd think about it more.
Yeah.
You'd internalize it. But
it's just not true.
Since it's not, it just kind of bounces off.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. And like I said, just something I wonder about because it's a unique situation and not many people are in.
It is a unique situation. It's very unique. It's actually it's insane.
But at the end of the day, that was her job. This is real life. And in real life, it's just you two when everything's shut off.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's kind of
Man, I'm sweating right now.
Yeah, and I guess like if I was
I'll comment on it. Like I said, when we first met, like her and I are both in like a very difficult time, and I think she could even say now, like we've both made each other so much happier, better people, and maybe there was some things that both of us like necessarily were doing that like we're so glad we're not doing now.
Yeah,
I think we've both thanked each other and for everything we've supported each other now doing, and it's a very healthy relationship, and I'm thankful for it. I'm very thankful for it.
No, that's good. All right, we could switch.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say someone who's just like his friend, right? I got a totally different perspective than maybe someone else. Knowing Nick was like almost like an anti-girlfriend guy for like ever. You know, he'd be on these rants like he'd be a couple Miller Lights deep and be like, I don't know if true love even exists, bro. Like, you know, getting all upset. And then he had mentioned to me when he had like met Skylar, and he was like, I don't know, man. Like, I really like her. And then it kept developing. And then we had hung out, and it's like, nah, like what they're saying is true. Their relationship is nice. Like, as somebody, I don't know, like I guess like I'm a rom-com fan at times. Like, you could write a rom-com about them.
Bro,
they're cute.
I'm gonna be honest about this girl, bro. I've never had anyone support me, love me, ride for me, be so loyal to me. Everything that may be stressful in my life, like she almost owns that stress too. I don't want her to. I try to hide every stress and not put it on her, but she's always worried about me and loves me, and like I think like it's this precious thing in my life that I've never thought would happen, and that's what it became for both of us, and it was just probably the right time in both of our lives for that to happen.
You're gonna make Zan start crying again.
Zan, you want to say something?
Nick's seen me through so many relationships, and like he's the most blunt and honest person. He's like, yo, like this is a rebound girl or like whatever, and like this is back when he like didn't actually, and Skylar had to pass the test with the friends, the hometown friends for sure, but they actually love each other and they build each other up. I think they're really positive. He builds a really positive image on the channel about, you know, like second beginnings, just like, you know, never holding people's past against each other, and, you know, day to day they make each other better people.
That's all you could ask for.
I love it. I'm gonna start crying. So.
Our whole crew just cries and hugs each other.
It's such a wild card. Yeah, I'm just, and listen, I'm not trying to do any certain thing. Like I said, I don't know
it's
the
not
gender,
you. It's whenever I talk about it, she's so
yeah.
like it's someone's so important to me. So like I'm like
for
almost
sure,
don't even know how to handle it.
But it's good. I'm just trying to have real conversations, and I think it's a real thing. You know?
It is a real thing.
It's your life, you know. So that's why I was curious. But we could switch off, like I said. So you're flying back and forth. Are there any plans to kind of bring this brand to Chicago, or are you? Does it have to be in LA?
No. I want to move the whole squad to Miami.
Okay.
I want us to all be in Miami. I think I'll always be back here, coming back here. My family lives out here. I love Chicago. I love the city. Christmas is always here. Zan comes home for Christmas.
This guy's crazy.
I think like this will always be a part of my brand and like who I am and Chicago. Everyone loves like if I come out here, like we're just getting to a point of like people like, oh, I know you're from here, man. Like it's good to see you here. This is like a home to me, but I think I gotta move it to Miami. LA is great for business and doing things, but after COVID, it's just like changed. Like it's just not
really.
It doesn't have that energy it used to have. Like, you know, you go to New York and you feel that energy and rush. Yeah. It lost that, I feel like, in my opinion.
Really?
It's still like business and everything's happening and everything, but being out there and around there, it just doesn't feel like it used to be. I don't want to live there anymore.
Yeah.
You were saying like people are calling you crazy for moving to LA. I feel like anyone in the arts is crazy until you made it, right? But as a YouTuber, why does LA appeal to you? Like movie stars, actors, they go out there. Obviously, that's where the movies are made. But why a YouTuber going to LA?
I think the reason why YouTubers want to go out there is there's everyone else who's doing content creation is out there. With a lot of other channels that might be great, but for us, like a lot of our content is like traveling and experiencing other cultures and meeting new people, and some stuff we do, maybe some college shit. We're going to different colleges during the school year, but I think for me, it's like we don't necessarily need to be collabing with all these different people. I really want to collab with artists and athletes. That's like fun for me. I love music and everything, but I think a lot of people go out there because I do believe, though, I will say this, if you want to do something in whatever industry it may be, you got to go where it's happening. I think that's whatever it may be.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Have you done anything with Dobrik? He's local too. He's from what, Vernon Hills or something?
Vernon Hills,
The Chicago suburb YouTuber game is no joke.
It really is crazy. Karena's from here too, right?
Yeah, Karena's here.
Yeah.
Ninja.
Fun fact.
Ninja,
yeah.
Fun fact, I think you were out with me. This is before I ever moved to LA. David Dobrik was popping. He was at a Libertyville bar called O'Toole's, and I went up to him and I was like, hey man, I'd love to get you a beer. And he said, nah, man, it's good, and walked away. No hate on him. I actually love David Dobrik's content. That was his videos are the best of the best. He's the GOAT. I've never met him besides that.
Yeah, he was doing waters that day, man.
Yeah, he was doing water. Dude, the bar was packed. Everyone was on him. Like, it wasn't his fault. He wasn't being a dick. It was just too much. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
Something I find fascinating is how I've listened to Mr. Beast on Rogan before, and he says he could take like someone with 0 followers to,
I saw that.
You name it, hundreds of thousands in like snap of fingers. To you, if someone's starting a channel, like what is a big thing that you should focus your energy on?
Yeah, I think that is a good question for us, because we actually started with no one ever promoted us. Everyone I've ever worked with, like, not in a negative way, like, we literally started from our own scratch. Well, Sleem gave us a little bit of me being on Sleem's channel helped a lot. But anyways, I'm trying to think, like, what the fuck? Maybe cut all that I just said. I don't know. I'm rambling to think of an answer.
Figure it out. No, but maybe like, because something where, and we could get rid of this too if you don't want, but from what I understand, when you guys shot a video, you guys knew how you wanted it to go beforehand.
Okay.
Not to say that it's fake, but you guys had an idea of what the thumbnail and what the title and everything was going to be, right?
Yeah, you had like a premise, but you worked around the premise.
So I think there gets to a point. Yeah, everything's real. Everything's like improv and everything. But I think you want to get to the point, I would say, you want to know what your thumbnail and your caption is. The whole business behind it is the thumbnail and caption. Your videos are going to do views. Purely, it could be the best video in the world, but if it doesn't have the right thumbnail and caption, it's not going to be seen.
It's so fucked up,
yeah,
too.
it's very
it's not
fucked
get
up.
Clicked.
It's so fucked up.
We started syncing in views after like 10 videos for like 2 videos. Like, not, and I guess syncing isn't syncing, like, we're still way over our subscriber count, but it was like 300K to like 200K, and I was like, dude, I'm about to fucking go insane. I'm like, now it hit me, I was like, I have to just put all my power into that thumbnail and caption, because we were going into videos until like the 12th, 13th video, just we'll go out there, we shoot, and we'll figure out the thumbnail. But I think once you get the ball rolling, I think it's better to think of going into that shoot what your thumbnail and caption is going to be. Even if you shoot your thumbnail and caption on a completely different day, it's a separate shoot, and then you go do a whole trip, whatever that last like few minutes is of that thumbnail, like, is so important.
That's the key.
Yeah, I think that's but also like how we structure our videos, I think I've just done it so much over and over again. There is a formula to a vlog, I think. And I think there's different ways. It can be whatever, just that one thing you're doing. But like with us, we have our formula is like 3 different short vlog segments. Is usually, sometimes we'll just do one thing. Like the little TJ video was a big collab, and we'll just do it just that. But usually there's 3 different segments of a vlog, and they're timed out like the perfect amount of time to where we think people will keep their attention, and then it ends with the thumbnail and caption.
That's a game, man.
Yeah. So we run like more brand accounts, not like an actual personality behind it. And like we'll get pretty viral YouTube shorts here and there. say like whatever,
Yeah.
300,000 views, likes, whatever, but the next one could easily just randomly flop. Did you get a point where like, all right, I got my first like 500K views. Now every video from here is going to get at least like 100, 200K? Or do you see random declines in viewership like that too?
In shorts or the long form?
Shorts, or either way, I guess. Like, is any video really flopping ever after you get your first like 500,000 views per one video? Probably not. You're probably like consistently getting in the 100K, right?
Right now, I mean, we've only been doing it for 4 months, so I'm sure when you're doing it for like a 2-year channel, you're gonna see decline, up, down. There are different parts of the years that don't. Right now is like I think the worst time for views, and the winter's the best. Right now, since we're so in the beginning and we're so hot and it's like a relevant thing, everything is going pretty
Yeah, you can only
good.
go uphill.
We had one sync. It still did over our subscriber count, but I'm so crazy that if I see like, I'm like obsessed with that shit. Like I kill myself to make sure that we're gonna have the right thumbnail and title, and the content is amazing. And wait, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was like lost track.
I was basically saying once you hit a certain point, you still go down.
I think you eventually do, but I think that the game right now for us is like keeping. It's momentum. Everything's momentum. We have, and I think the industry you're in, for us, we're in a specific type of style of film where it's we're not mainstream, but it's like a mainstream thing. Like people want to see you with certain people or doing certain things or acting a certain way, and we try to be ourselves as much as we can within that. But there is a demand of like with the content we do, especially with storylining, something that I think we hold very like pridefully, more than a lot of just vlog channels of doing crazy shit. Is like there's storylines that go in and out of the video. So we'll start a storyline and it'll hold on for like 3 or 4 videos. It'll die out, and the next thing comes.
Give us an example of a storyline that you've done already.
I think
so for people that don't know.
Okay, so this is one, and honestly, a lot of it's by luck. So with Little TJ, we just did this video with him. We did a double date. It was my girlfriend, him, me, and this girl Amanda, and it went really well with him and Amanda, and they hit it off, and the whole video is like them connecting. Ideally, what you would want to do is you would want to do the next 2 videos maybe of like seeing this play out. It ended with them saying bye. They really liked each other, but like what's next? So maybe you can go do other shit in the next video. You travel here, you do something dope, but then there's a vlog segment of linking back up with TJ and Amanda and seeing like, yo, have you guys been talking? Have you guys been hanging out off this? Is this your first time seeing each other again? How do you guys feel about each other? Oh, do they hit it off even more? Oh, did they kiss this? They're kissing? What? But I think
some continuity.
People love, and I enjoy it too. It's my favorite thing is to keep these storylines going. I like to see where they go. But I think people love, that's what people buy in for, is the storyline, what's going on. Like any reality TV show or like a movie, you're buying in for those relationships and how they develop. So I think even me and Skylar were something that was a whole storyline that now is like she's in and out of the vlogs, and she comes from it's my life, so she's gonna be there here and there. Yeah. But people were there for when she came back in my life, and it was a storyline that went from Salim stuff all the way through back in. She like hit me. She's the one who hit me up to like. She's like, yeah, I would love to like film with you, support you, like come see you, and it just naturally happened. But
sweet.
Yes.
And so you said you're gonna do something with Kyle. Are you and Steve still good then?
Steve and I are cool, but I just haven't talked to him in forever. I think I don't want to speak. I haven't talked to him, so I really don't know. But I do think it was hard for him when his channel went down.
Yeah.
Like I was being a part of that team. Like I could have worked for him forever. That was such an amazing channel. It was doing such good for the world. It was funny content. It was crazy content. He was for the people. Just an amazing channel. I think that was very, very hard for him. But to be honest, I haven't talked to him in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Insane how it could just happen like that. Like they basically just shut a business down.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Sad. Because how could you shut down something that is doing so many good things for so many people and all over the world?
Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure every day on the job is crazy. But what's your like? Do you have like a go-to where you're like, this is fucking nuts? Like what?
Yeah,
Steve?
Like life with Steve is just nuts.
Steve eat 100 eggs.
I mean, some days I'd be woken up at 5 a.m. and he would have some crazy idea. He's like, Nick, there's this lady who works at 7-Eleven down the street. I heard that she wanted this. I'm going to gift her this, and it's going to be crazy, and blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, fuck. He's like, come on, we got to go. And he would have all this cash and, like, the surprise ready to go, and we'd gift someone. It'd be, like, insane. And there's sometimes it'd be more of a planned trip, but we went to Rio and Ecuador. There's all these places, and you just see a different way of life. We went to Rio. I'm still following one of the guys I met out there, but we went like in the favelas, and we're literally with like drug dealers, and they're all gunned up and everything, and you see a whole different life of society, and they welcomed us in. It was amazing being able to experience something like that. That was how Steve wanted to move. He wanted to move fast. He wanted to do things big, and he always wanted to help people. I think he's one of my biggest inspirations within that too. Like maybe we can't do all that right now, but like taking that genuine side and wild side kind of into this is something that I think is cool to be integrated.
Hey, it's cool if I chime in for a second here. So, like, while Nick was working for Steve, I was just, doing my own thing in Naples, but he moved to Miami, so I saw him a lot. But I was out at Miami just on a date one day, and I see Nick filming for Steve, and I swear the speed that they walked past me, like, it was a speed walk, was unhumanly possible. Like, they were so fast-paced and stuff, and I think that, like, that last arc really built Nick into making his own YouTube channel, because he got like the fast pacedness. Like, I can't keep up with this guy sometimes. We'll be filming, I'll have to like run up, but then like in the genuineness too is really it's just there. But it's honestly like people don't understand. They think it's really easy to film all this stuff, but like Nick like constantly like we'll be filming and he's like has his hand to my back like, Zan, you have to be here like in this spot in this frame, and like as a normal person you don't understand how important all of that is. And like even our filmers, like if they miss like a 15-second clip, it can make or break a video, for a character or filmer. And Nick's now under all this stress because it's like his own thing.
I have a very specific vision of how I want the videos to go, how I want it to be filmed, how I want it to be edited. We've had a few videos where I'm just not happy about that, and James and I have gone back and forth about it, but I know how I want things to be, not really like filming wise. I let Zan and Brad do their thing. They're so naturally funny. Both are so gifted of who they are personality wise, and the fans really appreciate that. They haven't been in this form kind of content. They realize it, and they love seeing how natural and raw they are. But I think back to that is I took a lot of stuff. Like Steve was probably one of my biggest inspirations. I love Logan Paul, but working with Steve and seeing his work ethic and drive and passion behind it all was just like, dude, this is amazing.
Next level, huh?
Yeah.
We could use more compliments amongst this squad. I'm
This
sitting
is
in
very-
the back corner for our other show there, Nick. You guys are just you guys are bringing each other to tears for being so nice to one another.
Very
We'll come in once a
loving-
week and fire you all up.
Very
Yes.
loving squad.
Yeah.
So if you, I guess we could maybe end here. If there's a world where NELK approaches you to try kind of fold your crew back in, because they're kind of gobbling up some little podcasts here or there or channels or whatever, would you entertain that? Or are you independent forever?
You just never know like what the circumstances will be.
Yeah.
I think I'll always hear them out, and like I would always hear anyone out. I think I'd be like, I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. I'm always open to whatever. I'm not just gonna be like, no, I'm not doing that. But I'm very happy and confident in what we're building right here, and we're not gonna slow down with what we're doing. And I've already put so much belief into the people on my team that like, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm coming for number one. And that's,
There you go.
That's it. But collabing with them, supporting them, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love all of them. I'm thankful for the relationships, and I'm blessed to just doing this video with Kyle, and I hope we can keep all doing stuff together.
For sure. Well, hey, great story, man. Good
I
for
appreciate
you.
it.
That's,
Thank you.
I guess if I could throw one last thing in here, I guess something that's like really cool to hear, like Nick saying all this stuff, is like it's really come full circle. It's really cool to be sitting here. But also like when you're like we're talking about like that business side. I think now that Nick's in a much better spot than he was years ago to like be that dog that he's talking about. Because like when we were just some some guys trying to make YouTube videos. Like something we'd always say about Nick is like his best thing about him, his worst thing about him is he'd have tunnel vision. He'd only think about the end result, only think about it. So we'd throw a party and get sued and be banned for Airbnb for life. You know,
I never thought about those consequences.
Yeah, he never thought about the consequences. Never thought how we were gonna do it.
Or maybe I
Just-
did, but it was like it'll be worth it.
Yeah, it just like blew him away.
yeah.
And now kind of like that tunnel, that vision is kind of like growing, and it's like a lot smarter. And I think
I've grown
that
up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's come with experience. He's still kind of, you know,
It's okay. It's okay.
no, but it is really cool. No, and like it was very cool for like me because like, you know, we were sitting there always talking about, well, Nick had always talked to me, I'm gonna break off, I'm gonna do my own channel, I'm gonna do it, and like video number 1 like goes fucking nuclear. It's like holy shit, you know, it's like we're on the phone, I was like, it's happening, you know. I always knew it was gonna happen. He's like, I can't believe it, dude. But no, it's great.
That's great, man. Much respect. It's not easy. That takes some
It's not-
balls.
and we're
so.
still not. I really think that any video in any week you could fall off.
Yeah,
Like, I really
for
believe
sure,
it. Like,
for sure.
That's why you have to have that push every week. But
People come and go, and I think that's what it speaks to. I mean, really, Barstool, NELK, a bunch of brands, and how long you've been able to kind of remain high, you know. So that's
Trying.
great, man. And listen, I'm sure too. I want to disclose this as well. So many people that regularly listen to this show are probably gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on? Who's this guy? Who's that
Yeah,
guy?"
this is
But
nuts.
like, listen, you'll just look them up. Not that you need a plug from us. You're way bigger than us.
No,
but
no.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
And you'll kind of understand like what this whole show is about.
Yeah,
But,
we cry, we get called douchebag, but if you guys do it, it's genuine and endearing.
Yeah.
It's just the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
One other thing, Nick was also saying he's never done a Malört shot.
Oh,
He's never
shit.
done one.
What?
And I think we have a bottle under.
What's a
under the
Malört
de-
shot?
Under the desk. And
We have one?
dude,
Hannah, it's under
It's
the
right there,
desk.
Hannah.
I don't know. If,
Hannah.
I don't know if Zan should drink anything else.
It's right there.
That's already a second. It's already.
This is like Chicago's finest liquor.
This is Chicago's
shot
finest
glass.
This
liquor.
is like really good.
This is tradition.
This is like good stuff. This is like Chicago's good stuff.
This is it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
this is good
aged
stuff.
well
Half
too.
are you doing one?
I'll
He's not drinking, so he's going waters today.
yeah,
so,
yeah.
Do you
I'm
usually
going,
drink?
Yeah, I drink for sure.
So you picked today.
Yeah, I'm doing the Dobrik today. We're not. No, I'm all right.
He's doing waters today.
Wow. Wow.
The second influencer
I
to
thought
turn
we're
it
like
down.
this is like we became bros today.
You know what?
I'll do it with you.
Here's the thing though. Nobody's telling you what this is,
What the fuck is it?
and it's not fun,
Oh God damn it!
Yeah.
Everyone knows I'm not doing shots
This
anymore.
close.
bro. It's
Have you ever ate a crayon before?
He asked if he's ever eaten a crayon.
And why are you so wanting to jump and do this?
For
Thi-
you to do it with me.
So this is like a
And
real.
I'm here at Barstool Chicago today.
Yeah, we're in the car. We're in the car. This girl calls him. She's like, "What are you doing right now?" She's like, "I'm going to my podcast."
Fake it till you make
I'll
it.
do.
baby.
I'll do a baby one.
All right.
Let's go!
I'll do a
This is
baby one.
Let's
amazing.
go. This is what life's
Hell
about.
yeah!
So
Brad?
Are we letting Zan do one?
Yeah, we'll let Sam do one.
It's
Chicago.
it's his birthday, it's
Traditions.
fine.
This is birthday.
No, he told me
guys
birthday
want one?
week.
This is
Oh,
what I'm.
what
You fill up all the way.
You can't,
don't-
you can't smell it before.
I gave you a
Yeah.
good
Oh
one.
my God. That, oh,
Danny
gosh.
passing to Danny.
Jesus.
Oh, that's good. That's me right there. That's perfect. Amen.
Yeah, I'll
So
do
you
it.
don't know
Oh,
anything
no,
about
trade,
this?
trade. No, I get that one.
No.
You've never done it before.
No, you've never
I'm at
done
work.
it before.
He's got work.
What?
So
What?
you never
on.
done this before. This is a
What is
very
this?
Chicago thing.
This is,
Like
what's it
he's-
called?
It's called Malört.
Malört.
It tastes like Vaseline. It's really bad. You're doing one too, Danny?
Yeah, just give me a
I'm gonna
small
need to smell
guy.
it. Salt
Damn it,
out.
why'd I get the
So is
biggest
this
one?
something that you guys do on every episode, or
No,
where-
no, no. If someone's ever done it and you're from here, like you should do it. Like we had Anders Holm from Workaholics in here.
Oh wow, that's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And he did one for his first time.
He did one his
How do you
first
like
time.
it?
He's also a suburb.
He took it like a fucking champ.
Yeah, he actually he
You
smelled
guys are just
it,
scaring me before doing this. I wish you didn't tell me. We just did it.
I almost
So
had
just pretend like you didn't hear anything.
You gonna take it?
I would love for Brad, the academic weapon, to take one as well. Please,
Okay, Brad.
Brad,
Cheat day.
just have one shot with me, man. We're the Barstool Chicago podcast.
It's literally.
Let's not be disrespectful to Eddie.
It's 4 p.m. on a Monday.
My birthday.
Brad, did you ever take a shot for your victory in Rough and Rowdy?
Mm.
No, after
here
I
we
was
go.
out of breath
Then-
and I couldn't even speak.
I think you might have to do it now then, I guess.
The big one.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, hey, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers
Jay,
to
are
the
we on
boys.
this?
No chaser.
Hey, I want to say thank you so much for having us. I appreciate it. This was I don't even like to do podcasts. It makes me nervous, but you guys are amazing. And thank you, Danny, for having me.
Thank
Eddie.
you.
Thank you.
For sure.
This is amazing, and shout out to Chicago. Let's have a great fucking week.
Shout out.
Brad,
Let's
you
shout
better
out.
take this.
To the Chicago suburbs.
To the burbs.
Cheers.
Shout out.
Cheers.
This one.
It gets worse.
The chaser.
Vaseline, right?
Wow, that's horrible. Is this legal? Oh! Oh!
How we feeling, Zane?
Good. Amazing.
If I were you, Eddie, I would have not done that. You should have taken your day off.
Do you see why I didn't want to do it?
Yes, I appreciate you doing it.
If it was a regular shot, it would have been a no-brainer. I would have done it with you. But
Yeah.
Malört, it's like I do it all the time.
Why
like,
did it go away?
That's how it is, man.
You need some pirate water?
Yeah.
So gross.
All right, then. Nick, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the whole crew.
Thank you.
Go check it out. And, yeah, that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you guys on Monday.
Let's go! It was amazing.
That was awesome.
Well done.